What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're talking real ghost stories.
Let's get into this. I don't know what that was all about, but all right.
It came out.
It came
I
out.
can't help it. I just got a fucking tickle bug in there. Sorry, you almost had me laughing when we were trying to do the
butt
intro.
plug.
That's what it was.
So that's up.
Not a tickle bug, butt plug. Same difference.
You fart with one of them things and you're going to kill somebody.
Bam!
Gee,
Bam! Can you imagine that being
like
your?
getting shot with a slug.
Could you imagine that being your fucking in your obituary?
Oh my god.
Man killed by butt plug.
Butt plug.
Shot out
I
of other
repeat.
man's anus.
A butt plug.
All right, so can we start this over?
Okay, and we're back. What's up, horror fam? What's up? You
What's
guys
going
know,
on, everybody?
You know who we are.
You know who we are and why we're here.
Shit. Anyways.
All right, let's start this over.
Don't you start this shit over.
Wait.
We're going to get back into
Yeah.
this, guys. All right.
We're talking some real ghost stories tonight.
Yeah,
guys.
That was scary, all right.
Welcome to the Horror Chronicles podcast, guys. You know us. You love us. Come on. Anyways, if you're just listening to this on iTunes or Spotify or whatever, come over to the Facebook page if you haven't checked it out yet and have a conversation with us, guys. We're highly active on there. Best way to get a hold of us. Plus, we have to do a live show every last Saturday of the month. You'll miss out if you don't come over there and join.
Which
Come
is
on.
next week.
Next week.
God, this month just flew by.
It really did.
So technically, when you hear this, it's going to be that Saturday.
Yeah.
So you guys need to, if you're
Coming
listening to this now on Thursday when it comes out, Saturday night, we're doing a live show on our Facebook page. You still got time to come and join.
Get into it.
So get in there.
Get up in that.
And where else can they find us, JT?
I don't know.
Fuck.
No, you can find
your
us every Friday
mind.
night on craniumradio.com. We're on there 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Cranium Radio. The mighty Cranium Radio.
Check it out, guys. Check us out there. And check them out anyway. If you haven't
Yeah,
listened to them,
Cranium Radio's kick ass.
go over there and play.
Kick-ass.
They play some great music and awesome DJs. And check it out, guys.
I've
Where
also
can I-
been trying to
Uh-oh.
talk to the guys at Beyond FM Radio, too.
Ooh, sweet. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Got to give them guys a shout out. They support local music in the St. Louis area.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where can they get some merch at, Breezy?
You can come and check out our merch at tpublic.com. That's TEEPUBLIC.com. TPublic, guys. Come check it out.
Yeah, don't ever forget that L.
Now,
Yeah, T-Pubic.
pubic.
There's some great
I
merch on
told
there.
that, didn't I?
Breeze, like,
Yeah,
you
I
can get
did.
merch in my closet.
Yeah, come and check it out.
There's some great merch there, too, guys.
Holy shit.
It's going to be one of those
that's
fucking
one of
shows,
those
boys.
shows.
Yeah, I
tonight.
just did that.
I love it, though. You know what? Fuck it. It is what it is.
No, man, we're here to have fun. We're here to have a
This
good
is,
time. And
I work so much. I've been working so many hours, and then I'm working on the house when I'm not working at work. So, like, to get out and be able to hang out with you fucks is awesome.
Heck yeah.
It's one of my
I could do
favorite.
without it myself.
It's one of my favorite things
No,
to
I'm
do.
just-
Except from JT, he can go eat a bowl of dicks. We
Eat a
gotta.
bag, eat a bowl of fuck.
We need to fucking get a shirt made.
Oh my God, yes.
Eat
Or you
a
can
bowl of
you can
fuck.
you can just go eat a bag of dicks.
Do it.
But anyways, guys, we are the Horror Chronicles, we promise. And we're going to be talking about some real ghost stories, you know, some stuff that's out there, some spooky stuff. And who knows, you may end up talking about other things that are fucking pointless.
If anybody's even listening anymore.
If you're still listening, which we know you are because we just hit 10,000
Yes.
views.
Thank you, everybody, for all your support. We just hit the
Over 10
10,000 download mark just this morning.
Yes.
Love you guys.
We
Love
appreciate
you.
y'all.
Yeah, man. It's
Get
awesome.
on iTunes and leave us some reviews.
Yeah. You guys keep me saying
Please.
that I'm an asshole.
I'm begging.
As a matter of fact, I want you guys to say
You can call
Ryan's
Ryan
such a
anything
dick.
you want on there.
Call me anything.
iTunes doesn't care.
Anything you want. Anything.
I give you anything you want.
So yeah, guys, we're going to talk about some ghost stories. Maybe. We may not. Who fucking knows at this point in time?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
There's no telling what's going to happen.
There's plenty of ghost stories out there, I can tell you that. And we all have our own personal ones, you know, and stuff like that. And
I'm sure all of us here right now, we all believe in ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
By all means.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like, ghost spirits, whatever you want to call them, you know. Where we differ, maybe, I don't know, we may all think the same thing, but where we differ is where they come from.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I feel that, and to the government who just put this out, they think that there's a parallel universes. And I think there's different dimensions. I think that I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts talk about this subject, and, you know, you want to talk about ghosts and stuff like that, and it kind of got me thinking, you know, about all this. And I was listening to other podcasts and other things like that and reading some stuff. And, you know, I think that when we pass, we don't just, you know, I don't think there's nothing. I don't think you just die and you're done and that's it. I believe
Complete blackness.
Yeah, I believe that you go to certain dimensions, but I also believe that not everyone goes to the same dimension. I think that the way you lived your life and the things you choose to do and believe and affect which dimension you go to.
God, I am fucked.
But
Anyway.
I mean, you know, I think that that makes more sense to me because of the things that I've experienced. You know, I have friends and family that have passed, and I've had them come back and talk to me. And some of them didn't talk, some of them were just there, and I could feel their presence. So to me, I feel like and I'm not going to get religious really, but the heaven and hell thing, I just can't believe in. Now, that being said, I believe there's a higher something out there. What it is, I don't know. Maybe we are that higher something.
This is hell.
Yeah,
We are
right now it
living
is.
hell right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
No.
I think that,
There's many different beliefs in
well,
all
that's
this.
what's your thoughts on it, you know? I mean, you guys hear my thoughts on it. So what's yours?
Mine?
Either one of you.
I think more people, I don't know, have opened more doors to their brains, so they're more sensitive, so they can actually see, who knows, different dimensions or past lives or ghosts who are stuck in limbo. I mean, there's just so many, I don't know, thoughts. I mean, me, myself, I've seen tons of ghosts. I've witnessed a lot of things, so I 100% believe in it. Who knows? Maybe I'm just more in tune with what's really going on. Maybe there are two different dimensions, and we're crossing paths.
Well, I think exactly.
I mean, JT, what would you think?
You know, okay, I'm just going to get this out there. I am a Christian. I always have been. But, you know, it's hard for me because I try and look at everything scientifically.
Yeah.
I personally believe that spirits, that every person has a soul. They have an essence, a life force. And it's been proven through science that energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, if your soul is energy, how can it just die when you die?
You're maybe reborn?
To me, your shell dies. So I have all kinds of theories on stuff. I'm a believer in reincarnation.
Oh, absolutely.
I definitely see where you guys are talking about with the cross-dimensional travel and all of that, and
well,
I could see where that would happen. But I also believe in a heaven and hell to the extent that you create your own heaven, you create your own hell.
so basically, same thing I said. You know,
basically,
it goes, and I don't want to talk. The reason why I kind of tried to not really cut you off, but we're gonna have a past life regression episode coming up soon, And I want to dig into that one. But with the reincarnation and whatnot, we kind of talked about that before on an episode about past lives and whatnot. But the past life regression thing is pretty cool because it's not just about, being the past life. It's how you can actually go into and remember your past life. There's more to it.
Some people can, some people can't.
Yeah.
There's a theory out there that once your vessel dies, the energy can't. It really doesn't have consciousness.
Yeah.
So it can't remember your past life, but some people it bleeds through.
Well, yeah, and we'll talk about that.
And we'll talk about that on a different episode.
But as far as like the ghosts and spirits goes, you kind of agree with me to a point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like semantics. It's with me. Like you said, I believe that you had like for Christians it's heaven or hell.
Right.
But for me, it's like you choose. There's a lower dimensions and there's higher dimensions.
Mm-hmm. And that's basically
same thing kind of.
And then you get into Dante and his 7 layers of hell, and it gets even weirder after that.
So for me, it's really the aspects of spirits and ghosts is fucking cool no matter what way you look at it.
Yeah.
No matter if you look at it like it's scary or it's creepy or the fact that it's fucking cool as shit because there's more out there.
Yeah. I was reading some stuff this week, because we were talking about this episode and stuff and trying to get some stuff together. And I ran across an article about people who had like near-death experiences and stuff. And what they were saying in that is the common link between all these people that have had these near-death experiences is after they've had one, nobody fears death anymore.
Yep.
And why?
Well,
they can't really explain exactly what they saw.
Yeah.
But everybody kind of explains the same thing, seeing the same thing. No matter where you're at in the world, they all kind of describe the same.
That's awesome.
Certain people. Now, some people, because I told this story before. I don't know if you were on the show yet when we talked about this.
Yeah.
You may have been, though. Because it was when my friend Steve Birdsong died. Shout out to you, brother. I love you. Anyway, when he passed away, before that happened, he had went into a coma for a long time. Yeah. And he said he came back out, and from the time he came out of the coma to the time he died, he constantly preached about, like, there being a higher place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, he was a religious person anyway. Mm-hmm. So he called it Jesus and heaven and stuff like that, I've had other people say that they just felt euphoric and it was just awesome. And it was just peace and bliss. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I've also had friends who have died and came back that said it was just blackness. And nothingness. Mm. Now, the difference between those two people, one was, Christian person, or religious person,
satisfied with their
satisfied with life, and this was a good person in life and everything. The other person I know, still a good dude to me, just went through a lot of bad stuff in life, and made a lot.
You're gonna tell me he was a piece of shit.
Well, no, he made bad decisions in his life. Yeah. But he never, he just made bad decisions in his life and did certain things, And at first, when I heard him talk about it, I was like, man, that's crazy, dude. Because I'm a firm believer. I don't care. I'm a firm believer that you choose which dimension you go to by your actions and the way you move in life. I'm a karma person. I can't. I can't. I don't like having enemies, and I would never screw someone over.
Yeah.
Ever. No matter what it is.
Intentions.
Now, don't get it twisted. If you fucking have a problem, we have a problem. But the difference is that I'm not creating the problem, but I'm just solving it.
You're reacting.
But, now some people are different. There's people who rob you fucking right in front of your face and not think twice about it.
Right.
And I think that, your spirit goes different ways. That's your good and evil. It's crazy for me because I believe that there is different dimensions and that spirits are people moving through, or souls, whatever you want to call it, moving through there. But I also believe there's good and there's evil. there's bad things out there that want to hurt you. Just like there's good people in life, there's bad people in life.
Yep.
Same thing with the afterlife. So yeah, spirits can be creepy. Ghosts can be creepy depending on what the fuck they are. Right. And you can get a feeling on it.
Oh, for
you know
sure.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
So like the way I look at it is I somebody on our page posted up that, you know, sent something to us saying about that story of them seeing a black shadow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she said
didn't
that
have any bad feelings
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
no bad feelings. So I was like, well, it's probably all right then.
Yeah.
You know, I would try to catch it on video. I would try to fucking get some audio, you know, try to see what's going on with it.
Come here, damn it! I need some darkness in my life.
Now, if it was darkness you were feeling at the time, I would avoid it with all costs.
Safe
present
the
in
room.
me. All that I see.
Yeah. Darkness and presenting me. Damn it!
Oh,
now you had
sorry.
to fucking you had to
Now I
put some
got that stuck
Metallica in
in
my
everybody's
fucking head, which is good though because I love it anyway.
Thank you.
Holler at
You're
your
welcome.
boy.
You're
But yeah,
welcome.
guys, I mean, I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think it's a really cool concept. And you kind of helped me out talking about what I want to say with the combination of the, you know, heaven and hell, but the different dimensions. It's kind of,
Yeah.
it's one and the same.
Yeah.
It's just on how you look at it.
It's a different plane of existence.
You know, yeah, it's a different plane of existence. And just knowing that that's out there is fucking cool as shit. It gives you more purpose in life. And for me, I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, you kind of brought it up, Bree, that, and you guys said that, or actually you did. Really, the main part of it is that people said they're not scared to die.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I am not scared to die. I'm not scared of death. I've often sometimes wondered, like, what the fuck is it gonna be like afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
But what would hurt the most about me passing away is leaving my children.
Yeah, that'd be a big
Yeah.
one.
Not being able to see my boys grow and, you know,
See what they do with
see what they do with their lives and just be there to teach them the rights and the wrongs and make them be men, you know, that need to be men that are real men. That's the scariest part for me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have no fucking worries.
You're peace with yourself.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
When I tell someone, like both you guys, my wife knows this, my kids know this, you know, but both you guys, I'd take a bullet for both of you. I would fucking, in a heartbeat. I would.
It goes back to the beginning of the episode when we were farting with the.
But yeah, you know, I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah. You know, and it's funny for me. I'm not necessarily afraid of death. I'm afraid of dying. If that makes
What's
sense to you.
next?
No, I'm not afraid of.
Pain?
I'm afraid of the pain and anguish
Pain?
that you go through.
If you
that
do.
some people go through. you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
I think for me, it's the finality of it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just.
You're kind of.
And I never was that way when I was younger, but it seems like the older I get, the more
You
I'm,
appreciate life.
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot more to live for now.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
got
well,
a beautiful
you're-
wife and a nice house. And,
We're
Absolutely.
basically in the same.
good friends. And
We're basically in the
Absolutely.
same boat, you know. With what I said, that's. I'm not afraid
It's
to
the
die
life
at
that
all.
you guys created. We all created, for sure.
It's just
our
leaving.
loved ones and our family.
Yeah, it's just leaving everybody that
Yeah.
behind. That's the worst part about it, you know. But then again, sometimes they come back,
they do.
which is a great movie. If you guys haven't
Especially
seen
if
that one,
it's a Stephen King book.
we need to fucking do that movie sometime soon.
We should.
Oh, absolutely.
But which would go along great. Actually, we could do that.
No.
It'd be
We can't do that now.
No. That'd be a
Maybe
good
next week.
Exactly. What I was gonna say is
next
we're doing the past life regression. We're doing the ghost foot now. We're doing past life regression. Then we go into that movie. It'd be a perfect fucking
We could
little
do
lineup.
that. We could do that.
But
Coming this month.
yeah, come in this mouth. I mean, month.
Well, we're going to have to talk about that because one thing I want to mention here is I have been in talks with the girls from Show Me Scares, and they really want to come on the show and
Hell
tell
yeah.
some stories with us.
Fuck
so
yeah.
I think we're going to try and pull that off maybe next week or a week after.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They wanted to do
absolutely.
it this weekend, and I was like, oh, I don't know, you know, and she's like, oh, wait, we can't do it this weekend. We're going out of town.
Okay.
But I said, okay, well, let me get a hold of you. And Shayla and Terry are the girls that run that show.
Show me scares, guys. Check
Show
them out.
Me Scares. Yeah, very, very good show. I've listened to several of their episodes.
Me
and
too.
Very cool. But they're, you know, and they're practically our
Oh, for
neighbors.
sure, yeah.
You know, they're 100
Local.
miles away from us or whatever it is, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
so
cool.
I think what we're going to do is they're going to come in on a Saturday. They're not going to come here.
Yeah, call.
Yeah.
They're going to call in, and yeah, we're going to do it.
Hell
we're going
yeah.
to do it
Good
like we did the Hillbilly
conversation.
Horror Stories.
See, it's cool, man.
Heck
Like
yeah.
getting to do collabs with people and just talk about it. It's awesome, man. And eventually, we can set up we'll set up our own fucking
Yeah.
our own Comic-Con type shit.
Yeah.
So look for that in the next couple of weeks. Horror Chronicles Show Me Scares collaboration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
You guys should check them out. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Show Me Scares. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and give them a listen because they'll be on this motherfucking show.
Yeah.
Faux show.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's
I don't know that they'll be motherfucking like we do, though. They're rather clean.
You were like, oh, that's
Had
a
they-
bad idea.
had
But they're okay with it.
Had they listened to our show?
Yes. Yeah. It was so funny because whenever Shayla is the one that called me, and she called, and I had just walked away from my phone, and I came back, and I had a message, and I was like, oh, crap, I called her back. And she answered the phone, and I'm like, Shayla? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, it's JT from the Horror Chronicles. And she's like, I recognize that
I like it.
voice. It was kind of funny.
Can you say the word fuck? Make sure it's you.
No, but we had a really good conversation. Super nice girl. I can't wait to meet Terry.
Heck yeah.
And
be a
have the
good
girls
time.
on here. It'll be fun.
Sweet. We're gonna be outgunned.
So this episode went a lot different than I thought it was going
really
to.
did.
No, we'll go right back into telling some ghost stories, man.
So-
I just kind of, you guys know how we are in the show. We'll talk about
We'll talk about anything.
anything, and then we may end up talking about some different things. It's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. We're
It's the way we are.
We're real.
the
We're
way we
not.
roll.
We have a plan, so to speak, and then we want to do some things, and then but sometimes we have a really good
Natural conversation.
yes,
Yeah.
a natural
Yeah.
conversation that pops up,
We are not scripted at all.
and then as you can tell by my versatile use of the word fuck.
Yeah. You know, if we were, though, I would have to write that word quite a few times in the script.
But no, we
Might get a little irritating.
We will talk about what we're going to talk about.
We're
But
going to talk about whatever
if we end
want to
up
talk about.
if we end up having a conversation that is good, then that's where we're going to go with it. That's just all there is, guys. I mean,
Even when we have a conversation that's not so good, we still roll with it.
hey, it's good to us. That's all that matters.
Hence the first 5 minutes of this show.
Hey.
Gold, classic gold.
I may edit
Awesome.
that out.
Do not edit that shit out at all. If you edit that out, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, you won't.
I'll
You won't
be
even know because
pissed.
you don't even listen to our
I listen to
shit.
our show every time it comes out. And I'm gonna listen to this motherfucker for sure.
All right, so hey, I want to ask you guys, and this is not my story that I want to tell.
Yeah.
So basically, we came up with the idea of each of us would come up with a ghost story we want to tell, a real ghost story. And, you know, we're just going to tell the story and talk about it a little bit. And I don't know what they're going to talk about. They don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Neither
but
do I.
I do. Hell, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I ran into this while I was doing some research, and I'd never heard of this place, and I was wondering if you guys had heard of it. Have you guys heard of the Talbot House in Waynesville?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so check this out. The Talbot House was built in 1885, and it was built by Reverend Albert Washington Davis. He ended up, after his death, the property was sold to a Dr. Talbot in 1920. That's how it became called the Talbot House.
Yeah.
So Dr. Talbot ended up dying in 1945, and his wife Emma opened a boarding house there. So it changed hands a few times, but in July of 2001, Keith and Mary Ann Osborne bought the house and completely restored it, and they run like a shop out of it.
Yeah.
It's the Talbot House thrift shop
Yeah.
or something like that. But anyway, the Keith, he does like tours. If you show up,
Mm-hmm.
he'll take you and show you around the house and stuff. Well, this place is supposed to be like really haunted.
Yeah.
In fact, there's an organization called the Crocker Optimistic Paranormal Society, which is really cool because they're Initials are cops.
That's funny.
Cox.
In 2012, they started doing investigative tours there.
Heck yeah.
So I don't know if this Crocker Paranormal Society is still doing that.
Yeah.
But I think we ought to look them up and maybe try and get down there and see it.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that we should get a hold of them and get them on the show, talk about some stuff. But I think we ourselves should go do an investigation. Down there.
That would
Talk
be
to the
cool.
people and see if they let us get in there. I'm sure they probably would.
Oh yeah,
you know.
well that's what they do whenever people show up if they want a tour.
Well,
and
I mean,
think the tour only costs like $25.
Well, what
Hell
I'm saying
yeah.
is we need to ask them about us doing a fucking investigation there
Doing a
overnight.
show. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Is overnight.
Do an
Yeah.
investigation in there.
Yeah, Keith, go sleep downstairs. Ryan's gonna sleep in the bed with your wife.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
This house has
just kidding.
been cleaned.
This house has been cleansed.
Them sheets will need cleaned.
So much for going down there and doing an investigation.
We had to.
Way to piss them off right off the bat. So anyway,
never do
I
that.
Well,
I ran
that's why I'm
across
taking
this
that
place
tour.
and I was like, "What the hell? I'd never even heard of that."
That would be cool though to check
It's
it
not
out.
that far away.
And that'd be cool to get a
No.
hold of them and see if we can get them on the show.
Seriously.
So anyway, cool little story there.
Heck yeah.
My next story is going to be long, so if you guys want to go next, come on, you got something to talk about?
Why don't you finish off the show?
Well, all right, here we go. I think you guys will get a kick out of my next story
Do it.
because a lot of people, I'm sure some people have heard of this.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably haven't, but it's kind of a big story.
Enlighten us.
And it's not real long. I'm just going to run through it. We're not doing a total breakdown here.
JT, give it to
Breakdown.
us.
Go ahead and give it to me.
Yeah, breakdown.
Okay, so have you guys heard of the Smurl Haunting?
Shout out Tom Petty.
No.
The Smurl Haunting. Oh, you guys will love this thing.
The
You guys are gonna, because this is right up our alley.
Heck yeah.
So the Smurl Haunting occurred from 1974 to 1989. 74 to 89. Who the hell would put up with a haunting for that long? But
Yeah.
these people did.
This fuck.
These people did. Okay, so this was in a house in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. It was actually a duplex. It's not really what you think of a duplex. They called it a dual brick home. It's basically two-story brick houses that are mated together.
Yeah.
So what this family did is Jack and Janet Smurl moved into this home, and they were in one side of it,
Yeah.
and her elderly parents were in the other side.
I think I've
So
heard
they
this.
bought the whole thing.
Yeah.
So they moved into this place on Chase Street, and I think the address is actually at 238 Chase Street or something like that, but that's not important to the story here.
Yeah.
So they moved in there in August of 1974. Their claims were of loud noises, an instance where their dog was thrown into the wall, their mattresses would be, would shake.
Yeah.
One of the daughters was thrown down a staircase,
Sounds like a Saturday night in Newburgh.
Jesus Christ.
and Jack Smurl was actually sexually assaulted by a spirit on several occasions. Now, so
A male spirit.
So you think about that. That really leaves. Whenever I was reading through this, it kept making me think of that movie, The Entity,
Yeah.
where the woman kept being sexually assaulted by the malevolent spirit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they so this couple, lived there. They had 4 daughters. They had 2 daughters when they moved in, and then while they were living there, they had twins. So they dealt with this for a long time. They were Catholics, and they went to church a lot, and oh, that's the air.
What the fuck?
Satan?
Yeah, really. So anyway, they went to church a lot. Well, when all of this started happening, they decided that they were going to talk to their priest.
Yeah.
And try and get him to help them out, just to talk to him. What do we need to do? What can we do for this?
Yeah.
So they talked to their priest. He came out to investigate the house and, see if he would see anything. And, well, while he was there, he was actually attacked by something in the home.
Oh, shit.
No, this isn't Hand Job Cabin. So he ended up leaving the home, and he told the Smurls that there was nothing he could do for him. They were wanting him to try and like exorcise the house or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is modern times. The Catholic, diocese does not do exorcisms.
Don't do that anymore.
I can't do anything about it. So since he couldn't help them, he did go through the house and bless the house while he was there.
Yeah.
And that's when he was attacked by the entity. Shortly after he did that, things kind of calmed down for a little while, and they were hearing a lot of noises and stuff, and, sexual assaults. I mean, there was some craziness going on in this place. So the wife, Janet Smurl, in 1986, Janet heard of 2 paranormal investigators giving a lecture at a local university.
Sounds familiar.
The investigators from Connecticut came over to investigate the house.
Who were they?
The two investigators were Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, it was.
How'd I know that?
So Ed and Lorraine Warren came to the house. They did their investigation. While they were there, Lorraine saw several things. Lorraine is a clairvoyant, so she's very, she was. She was very...
Now she's very clairvoyant.
Yeah, I guess she is. But she was very sensitive to this kind of stuff. So she claims while they were there, she saw 4 spirits. There was a spirit of an older woman that didn't know why she was there, but wasn't really part of the problem that they were having. She was just there, kind of watching. She wasn't causing any of the mischief. There was a younger woman there, a ghost. There was also a ghost of a man, and the 4th spirit was what Lorraine claimed to be
a pygmy,
a demon.
Shit.
So, why this was so crazy is whenever this couple moved into the house, one of the first things they started doing was fixing the house up to try and make it livable.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't livable, but, they were painting and, they were remodeling.
Yeah.
So
it's usually what happens.
The home had been newly remodeled.
Yep.
And the other big caveat of this story is the oldest daughter was going through puberty. That's
the demon.
Both of those are a gateway to poltergeist activity.
Oh, for sure.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you hear about poltergeist activity, the first thing they ask is the age of your children, or if you've been doing any remodeling. This family has done both.
Or meth.
Yeah. So
every time.
Anyway, they finally found a priest that would come and exorcise the house, and they contacted Father Robert McKenna. He actually came out and he performed 3 different exorcisms to no avail. I mean, it just kept on and kept on and kept on. So
didn't it get worse?
There was an organization called CSICOP, CSICOP. It's the committee for the scientific investigation of claims of the paranormal.
Yeah.
Basically, they're skeptics.
Yeah.
They have a magazine or a book that they put out. It's called The Skeptical Inquirer. And that's what the PsyCop does. So they had made claims against Ed and Lorraine Warren saying that investigation was unfounded, and
Yeah.
you know what they do. You know,
There's a lot, we're going to get into that stuff a lot here once we get into the Ed and Lorraine.
So Ed and Lorraine Warren were really a very small part of the story, but they were involved.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And that's kind of why this, Father Robert McKenna came, because of them, and because they're very renowned, investigators.
Yeah.
So anyway, finally, after all of this, can't get any help from anybody.
Yeah.
Jack Smurl decides he's going to go to the press. What were you thinking, dude? Seriously.
Everybody in your backyard now.
Him and his wife go on a morning talk show and talk about what's happening. They also put an article in the local newspaper and talk about what's happening.
Jesus Christ.
And so, guess what happened?
Shitstorm people came there.
Everybody.
Next thing they know, they have several hundred people standing outside the front of their house trying to get a look at the place.
Hide your kids.
All kinds
Hide
of
your wife. Because they're raping everybody out
Yeah,
here.
exactly. So, they're all these people are out there. They're it's reporters and just
Random,
just people,
random bobs and stuff.
trying to get in there. So finally, after all of this chaos, the Catholic diocese took over the investigation. Finally, they've gone.
Had to step in for sure.
They've done it. So the Catholic diocese goes in and does an investigation of the house. I am not going to get into that, because shortly after that, the Smurls ended up leaving and they moved to a new home. Now,
Dramatic pause.
this happened, like I said, from 1974 to 1989.
It's freaking crazy.
Around 1989, a book came out called The Haunted, telling their story.
Yep.
In 1991, there was a movie.
Yeah, there
A
was.
made-for-TV movie came out called The Haunted. I actually watched that movie this morning, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was not bad.
It was pretty good for a made-for-TV movie in '91.
Yeah.
They had some pretty good
I
effects
liked
in there.
it,
I mean,
yeah.
it was decent. It was decent. But yeah, that's
Heck yeah.
the Smurl Haunting. Now, there's been some. I don't know if there's any. I don't know what it is, but I was kind of searching some stuff, and I kept running into. We all know The Conjuring 3 is coming out,
Yes, it is.
and we all know absolutely nothing about it
No.
because they won't release any information.
Which is cool shit.
There is a really weird rumor out there that the Conjuring 3 movie may be about the Smurl Haunting.
Dude.
Oh, cool. Well,
That'd be awesome.
I can't confirm that. I've tried,
Yeah.
I do know that.
and I really don't know, because they're not giving us any information about that.
Well, I do know that. Fuck, what's her name? Gosh, the daughter, the middle daughter, from the actual Perrin family.
Yeah.
She has a 3 or 4 movie deal.
I remember you talking
Andrea.
about that.
Andrea
yeah.
Perrin.
Andrea Perrin, yeah.
She has a 3 or 4 movie deal, and she's gonna be making those. So I know that's coming now with all this COVID shit. Who knows? But
Well, The Conjuring 3 was supposed to come out this fall.
Yeah.
And, of course, everything's been put on hold now, and we really don't know what's going to happen with that film or what it's about, because
Yeah.
they won't tell us anything.
Yeah.
yeah,
And who knows, it may get kicked.
I hope not.
I hope not either. I love the first two.
Yes, great films.
They might just put it on hold, though, honestly.
The first Conjuring.
There's so much.
The first Conjuring is probably on my top fucking 10 of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It may be my top 5 of all time. It's
Yeah,
a fucking great movie.
The first Conjuring is probably one of the best haunted house horror movies to come out in the last easily decade.
oh,
I'd have to
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. It just a great movie.
The fucking
Great
atmosphere of
movie.
that
Very
movie,
creepy.
everything. We're gonna do
There's
a whole
a lot of people that don't like that movie,
which is fucking crazy. Well, it is what it is. There's a lot of people.
are entitled to their opinion.
There's a lot of people who like fucking Twilight too. So
I'm gonna give you a crazy one. I watched Halloween 2 the other day.
Halloween 2.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 the other day. Absolutely fucking hated that movie when I watched it the first time. When I watched it this time, I understand it now.
I understood the movie.
I understand all the craziness with the white horse.
I understand the movie. It still sucks.
Fucking hated that movie. I thought it was pretty good.
I hate it.
I watched it a second time and I kind of liked it.
I've watched it 3 times.
I did the same thing with the Friday the 13th remake. I hated that movie when I first watched it.
See, I've always
but now I really like it.
But
just going in judging and then
Halloween,
you watch it a second time, then you're just like, oh, that's
all right,
not bad.
I'm done talking, so I'm gonna smoke.
Halloween 2 is shit. I'm gonna say
shit balls and balls of shit.
It can take the big pile of shit that it is, can get on that white horse and ride the fuck out of this fucking town with it. I understand.
It's still not a great movie, but
I understood the movie.
I don't hate it as much as I did.
I understood the movie whenever I watched it the first time because someone said it. You need to look into it before you watch it. That way you can understand where he's coming from. And I did that, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it still sucks. Big old fat donkey dick.
And there you go. Advice from Ryan.
Hey, man, it is what it is. But no, it's kind of funny. You know, we were talking about Ed and Lorraine Warren, and I was just thinking, this is kind of weird. This is how my thought process went in that whole minute span that you said that. Popped in my head that you know, because there's a lot of conspiracy, or not conspiracy, I don't know how you want to say about it, but Ed and Lorraine Warren, there's a lot of drama there.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, it went from talking about Ed and Lorraine Warren, and then I was starting thinking about all the bullshit drama that was to go with them, and then the stories and whatnot of if it's real or fake or whatever. And then I could start comparing them to fucking Zach Baggins.
Oh, God.
And I was like, dude, it's like Zach Baggins is just a modern day fucking Ed and Lorraine Warren. Because, like, it's fucking. And then, okay, this is my thought process, how all that went. And then I was like, wait a minute, though. If you think about it, it's kind of like, what's the best way to put this? I mean, I guess I'll just say it the way it is. People judge, like, people like Ed and Lorraine Warren and Zach Baggins. But to me, I think, Zach Baggins is a little bit of a fucking overzealous. No, I don't think he's kook at all.
Dramatic?
Kook? I think he's dramatic and overzealous.
No.
I think he's dramatic and overzealous. However, what I was going to say is, what people don't understand is, or seem to not understand, is that he's put in positions that other people are afraid to fucking to be in,
to go in,
exactly,
and be a part of.
He's put in positions to where he's going to like the worst of the worst. Yeah.
Scary
it's just like
places.
It's just and Ed and Lorraine Warren. I was thinking about it. This is I swear to God, this is my whole thought process.
Evil face to face.
This is my whole thought process. The whole when you said that, this all went within a minute and a half. This is where it all went in my head.
Things that go through Ryan's head.
But it's a new segment, guys.
It went through his head faster than it's taken him to explain it.
Exactly. No shit. And then, but the thing is that they're being put in these positions and going into these places that are the worst of the worst. So, of course, they're going to feel something.
Oh, for sure.
And people like, it's crazy, but I understand Zach Baggins. I understand the guy.
I'll never forget the first time I saw Zach Baggins. I was looking at the TV. I was like, who's this sexy motherfucker?
Yeah, I love it. Look at that guy.
Oh, shit, he's a fucking paranormal investigator. Fuck yeah. And fucking 10 minutes later, I'm like, fuck. Is Tom and Jerry on?
Not really. I liked it. I was intrigued.
No, I watched him quite a bit when he first started.
Well, I still, I understand.
It depends on where he's at.
Yeah.
What he's doing.
The Pythian Castle episode was
the Pythian Castle episode was great. The Limp Mansion episode was great. It depends on where he's at. I won't just watch him to watch him, but if he's doing something I'm really interested in, I'll
a place
watch
that
it.
you love, absolutely.
But what I was getting at is just like I kind of see it from the point of view that these people are seeing the worst of the worst. It's like with police officers. A lot of people are like, oh, cops, either cops are this or cops are that.
Yeah.
But when your job every day is you deal with fucking stupid ass people
all over the place.
All over the place. Everything your job of the day is what kind of fucking dumbass shit am I going to get into today?
Yeah, I'm glad I only think like that on Saturday nights.
Oh, you fucking love Saturday nights, you fucking asshole. Yeah. Don't let him fool you guys.
He hate me.
I love him. He tastes like peanut butter.
Oh, I got my dog some new peanut butter treats.
I'm sure you did. Is
Them
it
things are
spreadable?
fucking nasty.
Is it spreadable?
He's like, yeah. How did you know?
Well, because I tried one.
Ryan's like, I've got the same shit at home.
Fuck yeah. Testicular Tuesdays is what we call it.
Whoa.
Yeah, hey, we got a name
TT.
for it. Got to put a name on it. But no, what's cool thinking about like the story you just told, what the fuck was going on,
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Why was that such a violent spirit?
There was a lot of interesting things that I didn't even get into in the story because I wanted to try and keep it short so we can all talk about some different things.
Yeah.
But there was a lot more to that story, and nobody could ever explain it. They moved away and never had a problem. Now, in the movie, they moved away and the spirit came back.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and that happens too.
it does.
Because
Because it follows people.
It attaches the person, and that kind of like for a minute there with my youngest son, I thought there's because he was always telling me about this and that. And I'm like, well, what the fuck's going on here? And it eventually just went away. So I'm like, okay, maybe he was just fucking, they watch crazy shit all the fucking time anyway, which they probably shouldn't. Father of the Year.
Yeah.
It's like the classic story of what's that movie we just talked about? Z.
Z. That was a good movie.
I'm about to watch that when I get home, but it's a story about a kid's imaginary friend. Mm-hmm. And that shit happens, and who knows where. What I'm trying to get, I got this thought process that I'm going through, which we already talked about. My damn head, it goes 90 miles to nothing. But this is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Is why, where, and why, and how, if it's real, does this life force? Why with children is the life source so important?
Oh my God.
The innocence.
Dude. I feel that these spirits attach themselves to children because of their innocence, their purity, and their, what's the word? Just because they're young. They've got that their youth, that young life force. That they just desire.
Yeah, well, is easier for them to? Because what I was thinking was like, well, why would
Kids have a more open mind?
Yes. Adults are more constantly
adults
doing things that they get distracted with just stillness and gullible, and I don't know. There's a lot to go with it.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with their innocence for sure.
Yeah, it's weird to me, And then you got the connection of which we talked about before, like when you die, you see the light. Are you being reborn through the, and you see the lights of the fucking hospital, and you're crying when you're born because you're remembering your past life for that brief moment, and then it goes away over time. Yeah. Is that connection to the different dimensions, that tunnel there, that connection? Yeah, that vaginal tunnel. Is that the connection?
Well, it's connected
there?
already.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm going in.
Tongue first.
That was another interesting thing about the near-death experience stuff that I was talking about earlier. How science is starting to believe that people have a soul, that people have an essence. And the reason why is because so many people, right before they die, they start talking to people that have passed on.
It's funny you said that.
There are numerous stories about family members going to see their grandmother on her deathbed and her be talking to, I was just talking to your grandfather.
Yeah.
Well, grandfather passed away 9 years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
There was a story about a lady that she went to see her mother, and the whole time she was there, or I'm sorry, it wasn't her mother, it was her sister. Her sister was dying at a young age, and she had went to see her, and her sister couldn't talk. But the whole time that she was there with her sister was staring over her shoulder at something. And she said it was so intense, she was staring so intently that I even turned around to look to make sure there was nobody behind me.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I just heard a story the other day on a podcast I was listening to, and they were kind of talking about this. And the guy said that his when his grandmother was passing, she was on. They called the family, hey, you better come in and
Hospice.
say your goodbyes
Yeah.
because she probably don't have long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they thought she was gone, and then all of a sudden, boom, she wakes up, and she's like, who are all these people here? And it was only him and his grandma.
Holy shit.
Who are all these people here? Why are you all here? What's going on? Pass back out.
Wow.
Come back up.
Who was around her?
Exactly.
What was around her?
Who are all these people? Why are they here?
Yeah, you hear stories like that all the time.
Yeah, man, and that's
All
what
the
that's
time.
what I'm saying.
And it's like these other spirits are coming to help you on your way, to help
Yeah.
guide you into the
Well,
afterlife.
my son,
Mirrors are gateways.
my son loves this
It's a
fucking.
gateway drug.
you guys have seen this movie or heard of it, I'm sure. If you have kids, you definitely probably have. But the movie Coco.
Yeah?
Oh yeah,
My son loves that movie. Loves it.
it's a cool
You
movie.
know?
a good one.
And it's just, it's interesting,
Yeah,
It puts a perspective on things that, you normally wouldn't see in children's movies. But it's cool to me. And like you said, mirrors are a gateway. What's crazy about it and why I love doing this podcast and investigations and stuff like that is that it's the unknown and like trying to figure it out. Like I talked to you about this before. I miss that feeling before like the internet of not knowing.
Yeah?
yeah.
You really had to go out and you had to go to a library and check out some shit, or you had to fucking you had to
You
watch
had to carry 100 pounds of books out to a table
and look at shit.
and actually read people.
There you go.
Well, and just that
We had to read both sides of the paper.
that feeling,
We walked uphill both ways to the
Yeah, to the library,
It's true.
naked during the middle of winter time,
with no shoe.
I believe that.
only one sock on.
What the fuck?
It was a Saturday night. It was only one Saturday. It
And
was
where
only
was
one
that
Saturday.
at? It wasn't on his foot.
I wasn't worried about my feet being warm.
It was
let's put it that way.
strategically placed.
And it was the ankle sock. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Fuck.
Motherfuckers
There
in
you
there
go,
with a
guys.
fucking
That's for you.
compression tube sock on.
Imagine.
I can only imagine. But
Fucking anklet.
it's that fucking this is the anklet. But no, I miss that feeling sometimes of that the child children, they're constantly learning things and it's just like everything's a mystery. Like my 3-year-old, he asks me questions all the time. He'll be like, "Dad, what's this and what's that? What's this do? Why you have that? Well, what's that do?" That constant of not knowing and figuring it out.
That sounds like a perfect teaching opportunity.
Yes, it is. And I'd say, I have no fucking clue, bro. Your guess is as good as mine. No, but what I'm saying is it's really cool to me to know that there's something else out there. And I think that's what helps me get through life so easily. Like, you guys know me almost better than anybody. I'm always happy. I'm always joking around. Sometimes I get a little annoyed by my kids and shit, but you know what? I get over it pretty quickly.
That's life.
It's just life. But I'm always happy. And it's just because, like we talked about, I'm not really scared of death. The only thing that worries me is leaving my children and not being able to be there for them. Other than that, I'm fucking interested to see what the fuck goes on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want to do DMT.
And now we're back
Do
to
it.
that topic.
Do it.
I'm serious as a fucking heart attack, man. There's a connection there.
One of
And
these nights, guys. One of these nights.
What's cool
we're
about
gonna
it
sit
is-
in a circle and we're gonna do it.
fuck yeah. Well, Saturday nights? No.
We're gonna record everything.
But yeah, it should give people hope. I don't understand how you could fucking go through life just saying, you live, you fucking die, blah, 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 blah.
Miserable,
I'm going to
man.
be miserable my whole fucking life. I
God,
mean,
I know so many people like that.
yeah,
For real,
it's kind of
though.
pointless, man. And it's crazy to me is that, like, you guys listening right now, if you're still hearing this, you know, we're all together and listening to things, and it's supposed to be creepy and weird, and it is to a point, but it brings us together and makes us happy.
It's magical.
It's fucking weird.
It is.
So, lighten up, you fucks.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Oh, anyways, guys, that's this tonight's episode. I think we're going to end this one before I start saying some weird ass shit, making everybody
You've already been saying
uncomfortable.
some weird ass shit.
For real, this has been a good one.
But anyways, guys,
Fucking weirdo.
we love you. Once again, thank you for 10,000, man.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That's a big
dude.
thing for us, you know, because all of our shit is organic, man. We don't have no big money. We
Orgasmic.
don't. Yeah.
From you.
Orgasmic and organic at the same time. Okay. Talk about stress reliever. But yeah, for real, guys, thanks for being part of this horror fam. We love you. What can we say? You guys are fucking awesome, and we're slowly but surely building up this thing even more and more.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about it as far as we may not have 100,000 downloads or this or that and all this other bullshit. It'll get there eventually, and if it don't, that's cool with me because
I'm just happy we've got what we've got.
yeah.
I mean, hell, you've listened to our episodes. Who the fuck wants to listen to this shit?
A lot of
It's
people.
been a fun road.
A lot of
It's
people.
been a fun trip for sure.
Yeah, we have been having fun.
You know it's good whenever
We
you
love
listen
what
to
we
it.
do.
You listen
Oh,
to it yourself
absolutely.
and you're still laughing.
Yeah.
You know, Thursdays I
I
listen to
crack
this.
myself up.
Thursdays I listen to this shit again. I'm like, damn, we're fucking good. Well, yeah, guys, we love you.
Oh,
keep on keeping on, man. Don't let shit get you down. And if it does, come over to the fucking Facebook page and let us know about it, and I'll make you laugh.
Holla at us.
Holla.
So holler at your boys and your girl,
And your girl.
and most importantly, as always, until next time, keep it creepy. Peace.